I'm Susan from the chamber, and yeah, I know we have a couple of new faces. You want to make a first time? Raise your hand. Glad to have you. Welcome. Well, I want to appreciate our sponsor, Renovation. He's here. He's going to share a little bit more, but I want to recognize him as one of our sponsors, along with our media sponsor, Michelle's here. Thank you for being here, and our program in the library. Our just a little housekeeping notes, and I think we probably are pretty used to doing this, but if you're joining us by Zoom, thank you, and just stay muted until it's time for us to. Later, we're going to ask you to introduce yourself, and at the very end of the program, we encourage you to participate by sharing an announcement also. So I'm glad to have you here in person and glad to have you join us by Zoom. We do ask that you don't record any part of this program for future use. So once again, thank you to First Mid. We're going to do introductions around the room, and then please don't let me forget the folks that are Zooming, because I think I did that last time. I just went right through it and didn't have the interview. So, you want to start with me?
Sure. I'm Chris Horseman. I work for Ameren.
Lori Helsher with Ameren, and I'm getting Chris involved in the chair.
Very good. Yes.
I'm Linda McNanny. I'm retired.
I'm Abby Lubert. I'm with Alum Design Company.
I'm Ray Tom Energy Team Reps, manufacturers rep with public product.
Jose Ayala, owner of Les Mexican restaurant.
Ruger Maris, I'm the catering manager for LS One, and I do all the talking for Jose.
Good morning, Rochelle Weaver, Cumulus.
Sometimes you talk too much.
I think the talking for Bob.
Not film, but not retired.
Mike Lester, City Council, Ward 2.
Yeah, now on to President Packer, CMFCA.
Virginia Steiger, Post Builders.
Rebecca Schuler, Rainbow Restoration.
Katrina Tenen, Central Bank and Red Slipper Warrior Project.
Peter Grayfrat, First Mid Bank Trust.
Renee Brown, Chamber Staff.
Natalie Newville, Library.
We'll go the operating.
Claudia, Network, Library.
Jacket, First Mid Bank Trust.
Felix Sullivan, Houston Insurance.
Jared Plummer with Chamber.
Ashley Chamber.
Jay Moore with Chamber.
Madison Williams, Central Bank. Cassie Steinwall, Central Bank. Darcy Crane, American Cancer Society. Susan Brand, Working Spaces.
Tiny.
Caleb Bolsonaro with Animals Insurance.
Justin Bolton, Council.
Ron Boston, Alaska.
Good, okay, and our folks that are joining us on Zoom, if you want to unmute yourself and introduce, please.
John Wilkes from Central Bank.
Dennis Ekman from CBI.
William Geiser, Veterans Representative, Capital City Job Center.
Lori Massman, Scholastic.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll move forward then. I mentioned new members a little earlier. We have a little new member welcome prior. We have a great group of members that have joined since we've come together in a Friday coffee. This will be for a couple of months. A Place to Grow, that's a Child Development Center, a AAA Masonry, Better Business Bureau, the Cajun Catfish House Food Truck, Caliber Collision, DJ Hines with State Farm Agency, El Espelon, El Poblano Grill Cantina, Independent Living Resource Center, the Missouri Municipal League, Monarch Title Company, the Optimist Club of Jefferson City, Quake Digital Marketing, Rooted Revival Counseling and Wellness, Sigmund Browning, LLC, Skyhawks Sports Academy, and W Superior Reliable Transportation. So that's a glance of some of the members that have joined most recently. We welcome them, welcome you in the room, and glad you're involved. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Peter, Commercial Banking Officer for First.
That's me. Thanks. I'm going to be very brief, guys. My marketing department prepared a couple slides, so I should go over them. But we are First Mid Bank Trust. Jack's here. He's at our Wildwood location out in front of Home Goods and next to Luke's Barbecue and all that stuff over there. He's our manager over there. I'm a commercial lender. I office out of our stadium branch across from Menards. And we also have another branch on Ellis Boulevard, kind of next to right next to the Sonic. You guys know those. So we were formerly Providence Bank. We were became First Mid about 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long, but we're so excited to be community, small town community bank here in town. So this just gives you an overview of who we are. We're First Mid Bank shares. That includes our bank, First Mid Bank Trust. We have an insurance group and a wealth management group as well. So we're able to service lots of different clients and lots of different aspects. This just gives you a geographical region. Our CEO headquarters is in Mattoon, Illinois. That's kind of just right down in the middle of Illinois and ag country. So we are a big ag lender. I want to just briefly mention that because I think that there is need here in the mid-Missouri area for more ag lenders that focus on that. I've taken a role in the ag lending and very much enjoy it. So that just kind of is our footprint right now. We're in the middle of an acquisition that will take us a little bit more northern Illinois into Wisconsin as well. And this is just a little bit of our history. I won't bore you with that. We are a publicly traded company on NASDAQ. And this is just our vision and our values. Our kind of our core statement is impact, which is integrity, motivation, professionalism, accountability, commitment, and teamwork. That's our acronym for impact. So,
That's good.
yeah. So we're First Mid Bank Trust, and we're so excited to be here. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You just have some,
Does anybody have any questions for
I hope
Peter?
our central bank people win.
Who you treat it, that's how it is. This, now Claudia will not draw from the. See. Angela.
Angela Nail's not here.
Not here. Someone that's not here. Michelle Weaver, yay! Come on up here. Yeah, do it. All right. Okay, got it. Okay, good. Thank you, Peter. Okay, and since Michelle's up here as our sponsor, you can tell them a little bit about your sponsorship and what you provide to First Bid and to other folks that sponsor a Friday home.
Awesome. So there's 25 free ads coming your way. So when you sit down, that impact statement, create a 30-second radio ad, turn on one of our radio stations, get your word out. We talk to close to 200,000 people each week across our 7 radio stations. Then we also do digital and social marketing as well. But I look forward to talking to you or your marketing team. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna do some quick chamber announcements before we hear from the library. This is a great opportunity for you to network, but Chamber Connections is another one. It's always on the third Thursday from 4 to 5:30, and it's a different chamber member restaurant or bar. This happens to be Oscar's Backdoor Lounge. They're the host in July, that's the 20th, and Jefferson Bank is the co-host there. So it's a great opportunity for you to bring your business cards and network, very informal and casual. So we encourage you to attend our Chamber Connections. There's an event that we have coming up, which is also great for networking, and also, sharing more about our chamber members and our businesses. We call it our membership meeting. I laugh. I say it's a cross between a talk show and a game show, because we have Channel 13, they'll have an MC that's gonna have an interview with our two presenting sponsors, Capital Medical Center and Morris Converting or Morris Packaging, as you might know them. So you're gonna get to learn a little bit more about those organizations, and they have news to share, so we're excited about that. And then we go into the audience for the table host, because if you're a table host, you host a table, you and 7 different chamber members, and we pass the mic and you stand up and you announce and give away a prize ring at your table. And then at the very end, anybody that has a prize as a prize sponsor gives it away. So we'll also be announcing our new members that day. So it's a real interactive meeting. You will learn a lot about your other chamber members by attending it. It's August 10th. The tickets are $22 and it's at the Courtyard in Marriott. So I hope that if you haven't registered, you can go online in your, what is it, Renee, your hub?
Info hub.
Your info hub. We talked about that with our new members. A great way, our new software to help you manage your account. So yeah, encourage you to attend the membership meeting, and we appreciate our sponsors of participation. Prost is a sponsor of Table Host, Virginia, and Jefferson Bank, and then CNS already, but we have room for a few more. So if that's something you'd like to do, let me know. Business Roundtable is the event that's the opposite month of this. It's at 8:15 in the morning, and it's really a discussion for small business owners or managers, folks that operate a small business. We're really excited about the opportunities that we have to serve our members and for our members to really grow this. It's August 11th from 8:15 to 9:30. The topic is customer acquisition. Leads, taking leads into customers, and it's really designed to share how businesses can grow. We appreciate Staples, they're our sponsor, and the facilitator that month is Gary Wilbers with the STEM Business Strategy. So you want to participate in that group, register, we'd love to have you. Battle of the Brews, Ashley, you want to talk about this?
Leadership Jefferson City Class of 2023 is hosting the 8th annual Battle of the Brews on August 26th. It'll be from noon to 6 at Jefferson City JC's Fairgrounds. Sponsorships do close today, so if you're interested in still sponsoring the event, either contact myself or you can go online and you can see all the details. Tickets to the event will be $35 before the event, $45 at the door. This year's two beneficiaries are Independent Living Resource Center and Southwest Early Childhood Center. So come out and enjoy the day. It takes them home and commercial brewers.
Good. And another announcement event that the chamber has, our annual gala and awards. We present several prestigious awards and we recognize our volunteers at our chamber gala. It is September 8th. It's an outside event at Canterbury Hill Winery. The theme is Starlight Gala. We're taking sponsorships for that. It's an opportunity for you to host and be a gold sponsor, silver sponsor, or if you just want to purchase a ticket, you can do that also. Encourage you to do that. And the program, unless anyone has any questions about anything going on with the chamber. Okay, am I turning it over to, that's right, to the ladies?
Yes,
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Claudia Young, I'm the director of the library, and Natalie Newville is our assistant director, and we're here to talk to you from all the way across the street about what we hope will be the next chapter for Missouri River Regional Library. And so I'm going to start by talking a little bit about who we are. I'm sure there are a few of you in the room that remember when we were Thomas Jefferson Library System. And since 1994, we've been Missouri River Regional Library, and we are a 2-county system. And what some people don't know is we have a branch down in Osage County, and it's here at the bottom of the screen, and it looks a little bit like a Cracker Barrel. We bought it from Mennonite family, the Hot Settlers, and we were able to triple the space down in Osage County. We still use our local meal regularly. And we are a very big hit at schools. We get asked to come to literacy nights regularly, and we go to parks and we meet out at the mall at least once a month, and still use it. It's a really neat vehicle. It's 40 feet long, so you need a big space to park it. But I'll tell you, the kids love it. We also use lockers now to reach people. These are anytime lockers, and you place a hold either yourself at home or you call the library, and then items are delivered. You can pick them up by just swiping your card, and it opens up the locker. It's very smooth. We have a set out at the Capitol Mall, and we also have a set in Westphalia, and we're getting ready to put a set in St. Thomas, and then also in Russellville at Covered Bridges. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna run through really quick our resources, just so you kind of know what the library is, what we offer, what we do. Obviously, we have books. That is a given to most people. I love this picture because this is before a snow day, and these girls were coming in with their suitcase, so they had enough books for their snow day. There was one snow day. I also love this. We did this presentation at the library. They were in the audience, and they were like, "That's us! We're famous!" So that was exciting for them. We also have a program called BookBox. Now, BookBox is kind of the feather in the cap of the library. We are the library that started this program, and now it is a national program at a lot of different libraries. So we're very proud of it. It is a subscription service. So you fill out a form, you talk about the authors you like, the genres you like or don't like, and our staff put together a bundle of books for you to read. So it has gone over very well. It's for all ages, so kids all the way up until adults. And it's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. We also do a ton of partnering with different organizations and businesses in the community. This was with Redville. We did a program on bike maintenance. We also had NASA come in and do programs during the eclipse. So we like to partner with businesses and organizations, both small and large. A few years ago, most of you in this room probably remember when the chamber did a survey. And it came about that people were really looking for ways to meet people and make new friends that wasn't necessarily a bar or a church. And so we have really taken that to heart, and we've tried to create that environment where members of our community can meet new people and make friends and really be engaged in the community in a different way. We also have our computer center. So you may have a printer at home. If it's like me, it may not have ink in it, so therefore it does not work most of the time. And that's what's really great about our computer center. Not only do we have computers for people to fill out job applications or do their taxes, or fill out a variety of forms, but we also have printers with very affordable printing for people, as well as a 3D printer. A lot of times people think of a 3D printer as something to print like tchotchkes or Gaylord pieces, but we have families in our community that have special needs children, and they print items for their wheelchairs, for their feeding tubes, that kind of thing. So it's a great service. It's also very affordable. It's like 10 cents a gram. So I'm talking about drugs when I tell people how much it costs. But it's a very affordable way to get tools that would be very expensive otherwise. And then our one-on-one text time is another service that we offer. So if you have a computer, a tablet, something that you don't know how to use, you can set up a time with a staff member. They will walk you through it, teach you how to use that device. The great thing about that is, unlike your children or grandchildren, our staff are paid not to roll their eyes at you. So therefore, it's usually a more enjoyable experience. And then wherever you are, Claudia obviously already talked about our lockers. We do also have ebooks and audiobooks. It is my life's mission for everyone to cancel your Audible subscription. You do not need to be paying for that. We have the same thing. It's already there. It's already on your device very easily with your library card. The bookmobile we kind of talked about already. And then our visits to assisted living facilities. We partner with a lot of facilities in town where we will bring items to them and leave them for their residents. We also do homebound delivery. So if you know somebody who is homebound either permanently or just temporarily because of an illness or surgery, we have volunteers who will bring a bag of books or items to them and just leave them on their front porch and then come pick it up later. It's a very underutilized resource, and we wish more people would take advantage of that service that we have. And then our online resources, these are all on our website, and a lot of times in groups like this, I like to talk about some where you can go in and pull addresses. So if you do postcard mailings for your business, you can go in and determine the geographical area, you can determine income level, if there's kids in the homes, what their interests are, download that list, and then do like postcard mailings or business mailings to those people. So you don't have to pay for a list for that kind of stuff. There's also fun things. You can learn how to do different crafts. There's movie streaming. there's consumer reports, there's news bank, all kinds of things. So lots of great resources that would be very expensive if we were to go and buy them on your own.
Well, we're going to talk about the impact of the library and that we are a downtown anchor. I don't think I probably have to explain that to you, that we bring people into the downtown. And so in the past, when we discussed moving out of the downtown area, downtown businesses get riled up because we bring people in, and when they're down here using the library, they often go to restaurants or other businesses. And so a lot of people ask us, well, you know, does anybody use the library anymore? I mean, how many people really use the library? And so before COVID, we had a door count of over 200,000. Maybe that surprises you. In 2022 alone, we had just over 158,000 people come into the library. And so you can imagine the impact on the downtown just with those numbers. So just some other ways. Obviously, literacy is the foundation of everything that we do. And I mentioned our numbers coming into the library. It might also surprise you to know that in 2022, we had almost 500,000 items checked out. So that's physical items, both adult, teen, children's, and then all those digital items that Natalie just spoke about. So just youth materials alone, we had almost 196,000 youth materials checked out to children, to teens. We had just over 6,700 people attend literacy-based programs. I'll give you an example of a literacy-based program besides Story Hour. We all know about Story Hours. Right now in the summer, we have a Reading Buddies program. It lasts all summer. It pairs a teen and a kindergarten through second grader. So, you know, that kindergarten through second grader might be a struggling reader, they might not, but it helps them with the summer slide. And it pairs, pairs these two kids together, don't know each other, but they often form a bond. And it's a really great thing for the teen because it gives them some experience. And our librarians will write references for them. It's good, to help them get first jobs. Darcy Star's doing it. She came to our presentation the other night, had a t-shirt. It's a great advertisement for us. But we have many people that participate in this program. And we even have a staff member who participated in it as a child, and now she works for us. So it's been around for 15 years, and it's a program that we are very, very proud of. It helps a lot of people. We have summer and winter reading, have a lot of participants in that. So from an economic standpoint, those online resources that Natalie just spoke about, we had almost 47,000 people use all those resources, whether they were in the building or they were using them from the comfort of their own home. Our computer center gets a lot of use with over 16,000 people using it. So many people don't have the means for internet, for computers, for printers, for faxing, all of those things that some of us take for granted. The library's able to provide those resources. We started a notary service a few years ago, and it's really taken off. I bet those numbers are probably have doubled this year, but it's free. And we have someone on staff all the time that can help with notary. So as far as the way we contribute to the social fabric of this community, all these programs that we have for babies. I mean, we have sensory play for little ones, lap times for little ones, all the way to these informational educational programs. And they're not just lectures, we're sitting and listening to people. People sit down and they do crafts together, they paint. There's just so many interactive things that we do. DIY is a huge hit with people in this community. So all those things you can see that people respond well to them, and almost 16,000 people using them. Our community groups use our meeting rooms, and we partner with local organizations like the Chamber, like Parks and Rec, like Lincoln. We have the LU World Lecture Series, and we go to festivals. We were at Juneteenth, we were at Kids Fest, we'll be at Uniqueburg. As I mentioned, we go to schools for literacy night. So anytime we're called and asked to partner with the organization here in town, we do. We want to be an engaged institution and do things in our community, and we want to raise the profile of the library and the services we have, and that's how we do it. We say yes and we find ways to work with other groups. So Proposition Library, talked about that we hope that it's the next chapter of the library. Proposition Library is asking Cole County citizens to raise the current tax levy, which is 20 cents for $100 assessed valuation, up to 35 cents, so a 15-cent increase. In 1964, the library asked for the current 20 cents, and it built the building across the street in phases between 70 and 74. And I'd like to say that the building and I are the same age, and one of us needs a facelift. And that's what this is all about. This levy increase will renovate and expand our current facility. It will allow us to hire more people, have more technology, more services inside the library, and then in the county as well. We don't want to just focus on what we're doing at the main library. We want to focus on how we serve the rest of Cole County, because that's so important. The reason we're doing this, and I mentioned that we're 50 years old, there's some critical building updates that just need to be done because it's 50 years old. Our elevators and our restrooms barely meet current ADA. They're very cramped. We have cast iron pipes, and our technology infrastructure is maxed out. So we have to do those things no matter what. And while we're doing those things, we want to dream a whole lot bigger for this community and set up library service for the next 50 years. Just like they did back in 1964, they were thinking of the future and library service, and we're doing the same thing. We would take public space away doing these things. And so the addition and the renovation, so altogether, there'll be about 22,000 square feet, and everything inside will be taken down to its core. So it's a really big project. It's a $28.5 million project, and there are things that have been cut out of it. You know, the construction market, you know how things have just gone up and up and up. We feel like now's the right time to do it. We certainly don't want anything to get more expensive. And
I always like to point out whenever we're, especially in this building, this was our ribbon cutting that we had back in the 70s, and those are the same chamber scissors that we have ribbon cuttings now. So usually when Susan's in here, she's like, look at that investment.
Speaking of
Like, your membership dollars at work.
Maybe we're sharper about that. That's Mayor Christie. Maybe some of you remember Mayor Christie, I don't know, but okay. All right. So what's this gonna cost, right? Everybody wants to know how it's gonna affect their wallets, and we understand that. We know it's never a good time to ask people for more money. But our belief is that this is a fairly modest request, and the potential for a great impact is there. So if you have a home that's valued at $250,000, the additional yearly cost would be $71.25. You break that down to a monthly cost of $594. I've done the math for my own home, and it will cost me $86 more a year, which I easily do online shopping. There's a very specific way to do the math for this, and that's on our website. We passed out sheets. There's a link to our webpage, and all of this information is on there, so you can go in and do that mathematical calculation where you multiply the value of your home times 0.19, and then divide it by 100 and times it by the new rate. And how many love math? So there's that information.
Okay, so now I just talk about the fun part. What is it gonna look like? So this is the rendering of our proposed new building. So just for some perspective, this is Adams Street and that is High Street. So it's in the same location. We're adding a third floor, although it doesn't look like it in this picture, but it is there. So it will stay in the same spot. That's been a common question we've gotten in the plan, is just to gut it and renovate all of this. One of the parts that we're really excited about is the green space on the second floor. We're excited about this for a couple of reasons. One, because many of you here know how hard it is to find meeting space in this community. So there will be meeting rooms on here that then also go out into the green space. We're also really excited about it being a controlled space. So right now, we have yoga in the park, we have children's programming in the park, and we're constantly dodging like dog poop and cigarette butts. So we're really excited to have a space where we can control kind of what's going on there a little bit easier. So this is kind of a slice of the building. So the basement will go to staff only space, our technical services. So those are the people that order the books, put the books in the catalog, put the barcodes on it. Able processing, many of you know, we partner with them to do a big book sale every year. So the book sorting will happen in the basement as well. The first floor is going to be the adult floor. So besides just the books and movies and music and all the materials that we have, there will also be meeting spaces on there and study rooms. That's been a big request with our community, is having a space where someone can either meet one-on-one quietly or study. We also will have a lobby in the front. We're not 100% sure what's gonna go in that yet. It could be a cafe, it could be a coffee shop, it could be a used bookstore, it could be some combination of all of that. I'm pulling for the coffee shop because my office will be on that floor and I will drink it all the time. I love
For
it.
the bookstore,
Yeah.
so we can sell our donations, your round people.
So that was what will be on the first floor. The second floor is kind of our new floor, our technology floor. So our computer lab will be there. We'll have a maker space available. We'll have, again, more rooms for one-on-one training or small programming. And then we will also have a space with technology. So a lot of our like small business owners and entrepreneurs, new technology is expensive, right? Most of us realize that. So it'll have a space where they will be able to, if they need to record a webinar or watch a webinar or have a Zoom meeting, we will have the computer and the microphone and the lights and the different technology that they need for those things. And then the third floor is our youth floor. So that will be our children and our teen. Our teen zone will be up there. We'll have story time rooms. We'll have mothers' rooms or parents' rooms and quiet rooms. So when kids get overwhelmed in loud spaces, we'll have a space for them to go. And then again, more community rooms, programming rooms, that kind of stuff. That was a big request as we have gone down this road and partnered with people and had all these community conversations and surveys. Meeting spaces is a big thing that people really wanted, and tutoring rooms is a big thing that people really wanted. This is another view of the outside. So this is High Street right here. So whenever our building was built, the plan had been to tear down the Carnegie building and make a parking lot. Now, we're all obviously glad at this point in time that that did not happen, but that's why our entrance is on Adams Street, because they thought it was closer to the parking lot. So as we've kind of gone in and done this, it's become apparent that it would be better to have more of a connection to downtown. So we'll have two entrances, one on High Street and one on Adams Street. Some frequently asked questions, as we've kind of gone through and done this 1,000 times. How long will you be closed? Right now, the plan is, assuming it passes in August, we will move out in May and construction will start over the summer. And it'll be 2 years while construction is happening. Where will we go? We don't know yet. We gotta get through August 8th first, but we are working with some landlords and realtors to identify some places. If you've ever moved a box of books, you recognize how heavy those are. We cannot just go into any building because libraries have a lot of special requirements because books are heavy. So, but the most important thing is we will be open somewhere. That was another question we get. People thought we were gonna do this tax levy and then just be closed for 2 years for nobody to utilize the library, and that is not the case. We will be open somewhere.
We hope to get more creative with those partnerships I mentioned and use the bookmobile more.
What about parking? Many of you know parking is always an issue downtown. It's always a struggle that we're not the only ones that struggle with it. There's a lot of people who do. So we're trying to work with the city and the county to identify some parking options. I do always like to say if you feel that parking is a problem in the downtown area, please make sure you talk to your elected officials about it. They get tired of me and Claudia being the only ones that are like, parking is horrible. So it's always good for them to know that it is an issue for more people than just people in the
That's not when we're Fitzwater today.
No, he's heard this 1,000 times. Okay, so what happens if it doesn't pass? So on that fact sheet that we passed out, there's 2 boxes. What will happen if it passes and what will happen if it doesn't pass? Like Claudia talked about, there are some critical upgrades that have to happen. And the only way for them to happen without this expansion is for us to take away more public space. And we really don't want to do that because we feel like it's important that the public has access to as much as possible. More information is available on our website as well as the fact sheets that we handed out. And if you have another group that you think needs to hear this, we're still filling our calendar. We're running through talking to everybody. We've got about 3.5 weeks until the election, so we are making sure everyone has all of the information that they can have for it all.
We also provided you with a calendar, just to give you an idea of the variety of programming that we provide. And if you look at July, you can see that we have 3 or 4 programs almost every day for this community.
We're happy to answer any questions if anyone has any about any of this.
What can we as a group, and I've been thinking about this as you talk, you have some wonderful information and a wonderful scope for what your next steps are. What can we as a group do to help you communicate that? Because this is a lot of information, a lot of good news for our community. And, you know, I'm assuming you're willing to speak to any groups
Absolutely.
in town who are meeting on a regular basis. And I encourage you all to think about those groups that, you know, you attend on a regular basis, because it's good information.
So, we do have more fact sheets, if that's something, like, the fact sheets really cover a lot of it in an easily digestible format. So we have those for people to share. We do have some more yard signs across the street, if that's something you'd like, a yard sign in your yard in Cole County or your business. We have those available, and yeah, helping us just connect with more people. And we're meeting with the West Side business and the East Side business in August, with the Cosmopolitan Club, this afternoon. There's more than that coming up. Those are the ones that I know a lot of people in this room are involved in that. But yeah, I mean, we've talked to church groups, we've talked to lots of civic groups. So any group we're willing, we'd love to come talk to and share this information. We do post on our social media every Friday, specifically about this stuff. So if you're on social, sharing it is great. That helps kind of spread that word. We also send an email out every week. So if you have a library card in Cole County, you should be getting that information. Just spread the good word.
When I was promoted to director 9 years ago, one of the charges the Board of Trustees gave me was to help raise the profile of the library and all the wonderful things we're doing. So I hired Natalie, 17, and she's worked really hard as a marketer and has been promoted to assistant director. But I do think because of the work she's done with marketing, that more people in our community know about all the great resources. We've been doing these things for a really long time, but not promoting ourselves well enough. Librarians are not marketers, and we think the library is great, so we expect everybody else to feel that way too. And unless we educate people about what we have to offer, they don't know. They simply do not know. And you may not use the library. I hope this will change your mind and you'll want to, because it really is your tax dollars at work. I gave a presentation one time, and a gentleman came and he said, you know, I finally looked at my bill and I thought, you know, I never use the library and I'm paying for it. And so I'm here and I'm going to start using it more. And so that's what we want for everybody, to take advantage of all the wonderful resources that we have. And, you know, even if you have a computer at home, that's great. But what if it, you know, breaks down, the internet goes out, come down to the library. We've got you covered. Just know that even if you don't use the library, that it's really important for so many people in our community. And there's so much potential there. You really can become your best self, I think, by using the library. It's always, you know, I'm a librarian down to the core. Been doing this for 30 years, and you know, the library is a people's university. So just keep that in mind on August 8th.
I've been glad to see the couple of letters to the editor supporting this effort. And I think that would probably help.
Yeah, I've had at least 3, and we have a lot of support from our patrons. People who come in regularly, and we have so many that come in weekly, daily. We call them my side of towners. and the people who use the library understand our constraints. They understand our space issues. They understand about the elevators and the restrooms. And we really don't have to explain that to them. They know.
is there a chance in your technology area that you'll have a place for like podcasting videos with audio and video equipment, or at least a space that is sound and
Yes, yeah, we'll have a room specifically for that, where it can be flexible, so people can use it for different things, but we'll have the microphones, the computers, the lighting, it'll be soundproof, all of that.
We're modeling this after Fayetteville, Arkansas, Public Library, but Natalie and I have, visited there and really like, their technology space. It'll be smaller, they've got a lot of Walmart and Tyson chicken money in Arkansas. And you should see their library. So it'll be like that. So if you look at the website, you can kind of get an idea of what we're going for. But we really do want to equip the small business community in a really meaningful way with this sort of technology.
I'm gonna ask an ignorant question, and my apologies, but is there anything else on that August 9th?
It depends on where you live. So if you're in Wardsville, their marijuana sales tax is on, everyone else did in April, theirs is on there. And I think there's something in Russellville or Eugene, I don't remember now what it is, but if you live in Jeff City, we're the only thing. So it kind of depends on where you live in Polk County, if there's more than one issue.
And it's August 8th.
Yes, August 8th. Don't go August 9th. Go August 8th.
So just checking to see if everybody was listening. So your big challenge is with people to want to support it, but really just without anything else on the ballot, getting them to make the effort to go vote for a single issue ballot. Fair enough, yeah.
And a lot of people who have library cards are also power voters, they vote in every election anyway, so, I think there's a correlation, educated and like, all that kind of stuff, so, but yes, that's where the only thing, so making sure people know that it's on this.
Have you considered going to the high schools and speaking to the students that are old enough to vote, the senior class, to tell them about this?
My daughter had that covered. She was a senior at JC, and I'm kind of partially joking, but really, she was talking it up at the time. We didn't go in April or May when we had the opportunity, and we missed that.
They will be in school again.
But I do know that my daughter has pushed it. She's pushed everything that we've done on our website out with her friends. So I hope she's helped a little bit. She also works at Madison's and wears a button that says vote out the state. So I've got some family help.
Yes, yeah.
Natalie, where do we get the t-shirts?
So these are for sale at the library. It's a fundraiser for our friends group. I do not remember how much they are.
They're $20.
$20. So yeah, so you can pop over to the library and purchase one yourself.
They're very soft.
Did you have a question?
Okay, good. Okay. We appreciate your time and attention.
We appreciate it. In our remaining time, does anyone have an announcement, something going on in your business or organization that they want to share? Go ahead, Shakira.
So tonight, the Jefferson City Renegades, which is our local almost pro baseball team, they play at Ernie Vivian Field across from the Ice Arena. It is Red Slipper Warrior Night at the ballpark, so a portion of the proceeds from the gate will go to our charity to help women and little girls fighting cancer. And we'll also have auctioning off a really cool wooden LED lit sign, kind of looks like an American flag, but it has a Chiefs logo on it. So if you're a Chiefs fan, I think admission is $7 to get in, so it's a very economical night out or with the family. They've got a great concession stand with really good cheeseburgers and beer or soda or whatever. So if the rain stays away, yeah, we're gonna have a ball game tonight.
So we do that, then go to the amphitheater.
Yes.
I don't work for the amphitheater, but I'm a big proponent of it. Tonight's all year round, there's a few tickets left. Tomorrow night is a free tribute band, Sunday's free dog night, they have a few tickets left on all of those. Or the amphitheater, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Amen.
Tasty Parks, we're really looking at.
Yes.
Anybody has another announcement for your business or something you're involved in? Anybody?
Oh, yeah, Post Builders successfully restored the Cunningham Memorial Garden pergola. It was very old and the wood was damaged and such, and so our project manager, who is a female, I'm happy to say, she made sure that it was done successfully. And the first lady was very personally invested in it because it was right next to the mansion. she would, Mrs. Parsons would always come over and inspect and make sure everything was perfect. And so we met her rigid standards and they're very, very
Good, yeah, I think we all saw that construction over there.
That looks very
And anybody online that wants to, oh yeah, go ahead, Blue.
I'm looking.
Tell everybody why you're blue, I asked.
I'm very proud. I used to wear a lot of blue.
Okay.
I am looking for a local DJ. Trying to put it together a disco night at Les Point. People come out and have some drinks and dance, whatever, so half an hours.
The ambassadors were there on your first day you opened, but you might tell people about that location. That's pretty unique in the things it has to offer there.
It is, it's on 418 West Elm, so right across the highway there. Jose did a little on it himself, he's got a lot of compliments. Kitchen does really good with the food, so I'm the catering manager, any events you guys have, let me know, we'll take care of it. I'm trying to get people to party, I can throw some parties. I can ride partners.
Now, see, I was talking about the kids area.
And that's also too, that we have, that's all taken care of, but we also have a kids section.
There it is.
There's a kids section, so you can go out on the patio and have a good, you
Kind of
know,
an indoor outdoor patio, it's covered, but it's outdoor, but it's covered, and they've got little.
kids have a lot of toys out there, and that's unique, you know, that's something that's different about the restaurant, for the kids. You enjoy your meal and you can take care of themselves.
Anybody else, anything to share about their business, or maybe something you're involved in a charity event? Online, is there anybody online that has something to share? Okay, all right. Well, good. Well, we'll go ahead and close it. We do have a ribbon cutting today for the ambassadors. I'm not in my ambassador shirt yet, but reminder, it's Whaley's on Pharmacy on Southwest. It's their 50th wedding. So we do ribbon cuttings on the first day that business is open, like we did. That was fun, but also pride and progress. So if you have an anniversary or a milestone event in your business or expansion, don't forget to call on the ambassadors. Deanna and I were talking about that.
Yeah, so that next week, August 17th is our ribbon cutting for our brand new headquarters. It's behind, it's down Christie Court, 1704 Christie Court, behind the surgery center. It's Dr. Hopkins' old building. We have 15,000 square foot now, and it is absolutely beautiful. So all of you guys are invited to come.
That's true. It's at noon now, right? So it's right over midday now.
It's a lot of food and fun, and so come take tours. We'll be happy to show you the new headquarters.
Anybody else?
Anybody has any plans for lunch? We're gonna do that. Lunch.
Okay,